Hello there, my fellow human beings, and maybe fellow outdoor survival, bushcraft, zombie apocalyptic prepping nerds, or maybe you haven't really stepped into this world yet. You're new to this, but you feel an urge and a longing for an adventure in yourself. You feel an itch. You feel a call for the wild, my friend, maybe. Maybe you feel that the concrete is starting to bore you. Maybe you need something else in your life. So this video is to you. This video is to you, my friend. And the question I asked myself before starting this... Ivy, come! 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 The dog is chasing my chickens. Sätt dig, Elliot. Come!
Ivy!
Come! Var tyst nu, Elliot. The question I asked myself was... What if I had to start from zero, from scratch? What would I invest in to begin with? And to that I have chosen three things. Ivy, sit, sit. Three things, sit. So, as a basic starter kit, and these things will help you a long way, I think. I think a lot of these videos on these topics are way too focused on gear. I sometimes think that Ivy, it's too much. It's more focused on gear than the natural experience itself. It's more important than that you have fancy things to show off than actually to spend time in the woods. That's my take. And I think that is sad. I think that is not what nature and outdoor is about. I think, to be honest, I think the opposite is correct. That it should be about you and your competence and your capability to deal with the outdoors, the nature, the weather, being creative, being a fucking MacGyver, doing a lot with little, not carrying some fucking 100-kilo backpack, prep for the apocalypse because you're gonna go out with your kid and barbecue a hot dog in the woods. But I know, I'm a man. I am guilty to this also. We like stuff. Guys like stuff. Most of us. But I'm just trying to say here that it shouldn't be about the stuff. You know, you hear people saying, I'm gonna start running as soon as I can afford to buy some good running shoes. I'm gonna start working out when I... Elliot, inte nu. Där borta. I'm gonna start... Elliot, inte nu, jag spelar in en video här. Elliot, gå. Elliot, gå in där och gör det. Inte här. Elliot, jag säger inte till dig igen. Jag säger inte till dig igen. This 4-year-old. He has a will made of iron. Elliot, jag säger inte till dig än. Gå härifrån nu. Slå inte här och slå och förstör ljudet. Elliot! Yeah. Have you ever had a 4-year-old? They're fun. He's challenging me all the time. And I better sure win those battles because otherwise he's gonna be a monster. Okay. I had to have a serious talk with him now, outside of the camera, threatening him. It doesn't work. Okay. All these excuses that we create for ourselves that hinders us to do what we want or do what we dream of, all that is bullshit. And if you're thinking, or in the starting zone of thinking like, maybe I should slowly but surely transform myself into a fucking badass wild man Viking outdoor dude, but I don't have the gear. You know what, my friend? Don't stress it. Move your fucking ass out in the woods and the journey has started. That's step one. But anyway, for you, all you people out there that are new to this, or maybe just need some refreshment, maybe you have forgot what it's all about. You know, the woods. You, not the gear, not the comfort, not having everything. I sometimes think about when I was young, happy, strong and broke. That was one of the happiest times in my life. I drove a beat down car, I slept at a mattress with my girlfriend in a tiny shitty apartment, but life was good. Do you remember those days? You don't need comfort. Side rant. Here's 3 things that I would buy if I woke up tomorrow and had nothing. Nothing. Just a mattress on the floor, no furniture, nothing, and I felt the call of the wild. This is what I would start with. Let's go. Very first thing I would invest in. I would sell the mattress, donate some blood and sperm, and maybe if I was lucky, selling all these things, my body, myself, my mattress, I would have like $15-16 depending on where I buy it. If I gathered up $15, maybe 20, the first thing I would buy is this knife. And this knife, my friends, this is a Mora Classic. I have a passion for these. I'm from Sweden, right? We were all brought up with these knives. You can call them grandpa knife. Every man had one of these, various sizes, or usually many of them. Use them as tools. And this one, it's a normal sized classic. They are bigger, they are smaller. It has this little protection here, which is good if you're new to knives. It does not have a full tang, so it's not the sturdiest knife you can buy, but you won't be needing such a sturdy knife when you're a beginner. I don't think so. You should learn how to use this, become friend with this, and you know, don't learn how not to hurt yourself with a sharp knife, because these are sharp. When you buy them, they are sharp. They're easy to sharpen. Oops. All right. We had a small camera accident here. Let's just fix that and then we can continue. So excuse me for that. The camera fell down. Where were we? The knife. Just buy a knife. Start with that. Put it in your pocket, put it in your belt, put it in your jacket, walk out in nature. Just you, your clothes and a knife. Start there. Pick up a branch. Sit on a tree stump. Do this. Basic as that. Knife. Simple as that. Buy yourself a knife. Don't buy any fancy tactical looking Rambo blah 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 knife. Buy a simple wooden handle, old school Mora classic. Do that. Or I'm gonna give you another option. Buy yourself a folding knife. One of those two. Mora classic, folder. All right? Step 1, buy a knife. And now when you have your knife and you've been like regularly walking outside in the woods with just your clothes, your shoes, doesn't need to be anything fancy at all. You don't need fucking outdoor clothes to be outside. Just have normal clothes on you and you have your knife. Build from there, work your way up. So now you have the knife and you're out in the woods. Good. Second thing I would invest in, sell some more blood to get money too. I would buy myself a backpack. And here, if you watch a lot of these videos, I mean, come on. People are showing off $500 backpacks. $500 backpacks. And you look at them and you see it's not a scratch on them. They have these $500 backpacks just when they walk outside and, you know, take a hike in nature. Come on! If someone gave me $500 and said, buy outdoor gear for this money, and I would buy a backpack, you could for $500, you can cover everything with that. You can buy as much things that you can sleep outside for 3-4 days without a problem in the wild. Like sleeping, a tent or a tarp, things to make food. Elliot! Okay. There's so few people on this planet who need a backpack for $500. There's so few people that actually need that. I'm not saying they're good, they're bad. They are good, those type of backpacks, but there's so few people who actually stretch the limits on what they're doing, so they need expensive stuff like that. We all maybe think we should have stuff like that. We maybe think that I need this for... No, you don't. Probably, most likely, 99% sure you don't. But if you have more money than you can spend, and, you know, sure, do it. The type of backpack that I would look for, and that I still use all the time, my favorite backpack, I have a few of them. It's this one, Haglöf's Hike. This one is probably 30 plus years. It has a steel frame to it, so when I walk with this, I feel straightened up, my posture is good, and you can detach the backpack itself and just have the steel frame, That is fucking perfect if you want to carry, let's say, firewood from a car to your campsite, or you are more than one person. So maybe you need to bring some firewood, or you need to bring whatever. Maybe you shoot an animal in the woods. You can fucking pack that here. This is good for carrying a lot of things. And thanks to the steel frame, it doesn't really hurt your shoulders or your back, because you get this good posture. The material is wind and waterproof. It's just one big, yeah, I don't know what to call it, and two on the sides. This one, I bought this second hand for €2, like $2.50. Can you fucking believe that? Can you believe that? This is a $150 backpack. Easy. Well, it's worth that to me at least. That's how good it is. See if you can find some second-hand backpack. I wouldn't buy a new one if I don't need to. But the thing with a backpack also, like, as long as you're not spending a lot of time out in the woods, you won't be, you know, wearing it down. It's gonna be on your back and it's gonna be laying on the ground, right? Elliot, tänk på att jag spelar in här nu. Okay? So, don't overcomplicate it. Don't spend more money than you have or should. Just don't do that. Because also chances are, I mean, think about how much gear and equipment there are just laying around in people's houses. Elliot! Nej! For some reason, he has decided to come up here, where I record, with a stapler gun. Should you be playing with this to begin with? No, you shouldn't. Gå härifrån. Elliot, nej. Sätt dig där. Sätt dig där. I have to deal with this. All right. I can hear my baby girl waking up in the stroller there, so I need to wrap this up. But okay, knife, start with that. Backpack, find some cheap old one. It doesn't matter how it looks. It doesn't need to be fancy looking. No one cares. Or the people who care if you have a fancy backpack. Do you really want to impress them? No, you don't. Better to work on yourself and your skills and becoming comfortable in nature than just having fancy stuff, right? The third that I would personally think that I would invest in, the third thing, that can differ. Maybe you don't need it. If you're not me, maybe you want to buy an outdoor kitchen or a tent. But to me, this is a must. I would invest in an axe. This I bought like 7 years ago. It's been through a lot. Ivy! Gränsfors Bruk. Small axe. This is hand forged. Fits perfect in the backpack. I fucking love this axe. I have one from the same brand called the Forester, like a bigger shopping axe. You can shop threes and stuff like that. But to begin with, this is perfect. An axe, a knife, and a backpack. What else do you need? Nothing. You can fill that backpack with some extra clothes. some food, and you're ready to go. That's what I would buy. All the fancy expensive things, save that for years later down the journey when you're like, you feel when you need to upgrade things. Don't begin with that. And my friend, listen to this. If you're completely new to being outside in nature, you don't deserve, don't take this the wrong way, but you don't deserve to have the most expensive things out there. That's not correct. That's not the way to go. This is a ladder or a stair that you go up. You expand, you evolve, and you upgrade. Of course you could buy the expensive things in the beginning, but no. Earn that by spending time outside. That's how I think. And this, I earned this. I don't remember what I paid for it, and I don't know what it costs now. Maybe $120. But this axe is gonna be, my grandkids is gonna have this axe. But you can find one okay beginner axe for $20. That will cover your needs. And if you don't agree on that, you're just a nerd. So find a good cheap axe to begin with. And after 5 years, when you wear that down and it's broken and you repaired it and you can't repair it more, then you're ready for this. Thank you, my friends. Have a good one.